23.7 million Americans are struggling to find work. President Obama addressed the problem when he stated, "I will not rest until all Americans who want to find work can find work." Well, I have witnessed family after family struggle trying to find any type of employment just to make ends meet. I have also seen my own family members fight this battle. And I had the desire to know why this is happening to my family as well as so many other Americans. After searching diligently through government unemployment statistics and polls, as well as consulting experts, I feel I know why. Do you? At present, 12.7 million Americans want work in the United States. 7.7 million Americans holding part-time positions want more work. This doesn't include the 3.2 million Americans who didn't qualify to be included in the survey. Are you, or possibly someone you know, part of the 23.7 million Americans struggling to find work? If not, I'm sad to say you're still not off the hook. America's unemployment rate will eventually affect you. Many ideas are being proposed, but not much action is being taken to really solve the problem. A problem which is affecting our country as a whole. And as a whole, wouldn't it be a good idea to know what is being done, if it will even work, and what you can do? That good idea is why I'm here. I'm going to begin by talking about the ideas that are being proposed. Second, if those ideas are going to work. And third, what you can do. First, let's start off with a couple of the questions at hand. First, what is being proposed or done to lower the unemployment rate? David A. Graham, a journalist from Newsweek magazine, has compiled the most popular proposals recommending solutions for the United States unemployment dilemma. The first proposal is offering a job creation tax credit, either across the board or specifically for those who increase their payrolls by hiring. Government officials believe that this is the most stimulating policy they can pursue. Second, job creation tax credit will encourage employers to hire new employees instead of increasing hours. The second proposal is repealing the health care reform bill. Conservatives believe that the health care reform passed by Congress is hammering hiring. Reason being is that to guarantee the tax revenue that funds the new regime, the law requires exhausting admissions on expenses for the 1099 tax form. The third proposal is to extend unemployment insurance again. The advantage to extending unemployment insurance is that the insurance puts money into the hands of the consumer, thereby stimulating growth. The Obama administration has already extended this. The fourth proposal is given by David Baker, the co-director of the Center for Economic and Policy Research in Washington, D.C. He proposed a system where newly or previously created jobs are split between new and old employees, called work sharing. This system would give employers an incentive to keep workers on their payroll at reduced hours as an alternative to laying them off. It will stimulate more spending and produce more growth, allowing for more employers to increase their businesses and expand and create job openings. The system would require no new government bureaucracy. It would be attached to the existing system of unemployment insurance with short-term compensation as an alternative to the insurance itself. For example, 21 states already have this structure as an option in their unemployment insurance systems, including California and New York, 2 states with extremely high unemployment rates. Luckily, we even have an example of a fully functioning work-sharing economy. This country has aggressively promoted a policy of work-sharing. As a result, their unemployment rate stands at 6.7%, 0.4 percent points lower than it was at the start of the downturn. In fact, the unemployment rate had fallen while the United States unemployment rate had risen by 4.4 percentage points. This was entirely due to their different labor market responses to the downturn. Now, the most natural question you could ask is, will it even work? There are some possible downfalls to these proposals. First, the downside to the tax credit is that it increases the Social Security crisis. Instead of putting money into the Federal Reserve, more money will be going out. Next, healthcare regime critics argue that the paperwork in repealing the healthcare reform sucks up time, money, and discourages job creation. Even if the bill is directly creating jobs, repealing the bill will take 2 years, which is 2 years too long to help the unemployment rate. Next, the disadvantage to extending the unemployment insurance is that it prompts people who are not working to claim they are looking for work and get paid for it. An example is given by a former president of Harvard University and Secretary of the U.S. Treasury, Lawrence H. Summers. Take, for example, a person who is accustomed to making $15 an hour. On unemployment insurance, this person receives roughly about 15% of their normal earnings, which is $8.25 per lost hour of work. If that person is in the 15% federal tax bracket and the 3% state tax bracket, he or she pays $1.49 in taxes per hour not worked and nets about $6.76 per hour after taxes as compensation for not working. If that person takes a job that pays their previous $15 an hour, government would take 18% for income taxes and 7.65% for Social Security taxes, netting him or her at roughly $11.15. Comparing the two prices, the individual may assume or think that the lost $4.39 is worth the hour of leisure. Another disadvantage is the unemployment insurance contributes to our country's already $15 trillion, or to be more precise, our $15,676,996,273,860.82 of rising debt. To put this into perspective, every man, woman, and child in the United States would owe $51,599 for their share of the United States public debt. Now, on to the possible negative aspects of the work-sharing economy are, even after the economy has started to recuperate, unemployment would continue to rise. Why? Well, when the economy turns bad, employers are hesitant to lay off workers. Organizing a layoff plan takes months of time, piling extra work on top of the employer's already heavy load. Employers are even more hesitant to hire new employees when the economy improves for the exact same reason. Currently, the average employee works a low 33 hours a week, which is unfortunate for job seekers. Companies would rather increase hours than hire new employees, leaving the unemployment rate to rise. The last question that I will address is a little bit on a more personal level. Is there something that you can do to stay out of unemployment? Getting a higher education lowers your chances of unemployment rate. A recent survey from the Bureau of Labor Statistics shows that education pays higher earnings and lowers unemployment rates. Here's a preview of the graph. Next, getting involved in government. Let them hear you as a part of the public opinion. You can help promote companies and businesses so they can expand. Most of these companies need loans and aren't being approved thanks to, of course, the unemployment and the economy downfall. Next, encourage the stop of extended unemployment insurance. It encourages too many possible workers to not work, and it increases the unemployment debt that we already have again to $15 trillion. The last thing you can do is demand for more action and less talking. Lowering the unemployment rate is not going to be a simple matter. It is a problem that is affecting our country as a whole. Again, many ideas are being proposed, but not much action is being taken to really solve the problem. And in the meantime, the plans that are in place are just pacifying the situation. If nothing gets done, consumer spending will continue to decrease. If consumer spending continues to decrease, then producers will stop producing, leaving our economy destroyed.